What up, YouTube? This is Fix1 and sorry for being out for a very long time because I've been busy with work and going to locals or playing Yu-Gi-Oh. But anyways, today's topic I'm gonna show you my the Karakuri build for this format. So hope you enjoy showing you my deck profile of my Karakuri deck. Now I'm just gonna show you I just need to adjust the mic. If you can hear me yeah, so I'm just gonna show you my deck profile of my Karakuri despot. So first off, for the monsters, god damn it, sorry about that folks, it's I'm trying to adjust the camera, is 3 Kamachis. She's a tuner. She when she's on the field, whenever she's on the field, she's another additional normal summon, but it has to be Karakuri to be normal summon. And she's also a tuner. That's what's good about her. So yeah. Next up is the Gamma. They look like frogs, and they also tuners, the level 1 tuners. They're good in the graves, once per turn, it's quick. With a quick effect, you could just banish off the graveyard and then change one of your Karakuris in battle position. Whenever a Karakuri's battle position has changed, it gains the effect, depending the effect. Next up is the bronze. The bronze is it's like a level 5, but if you control a face-up Karakuri, you just change the bad position and then you just special summon it, and he becomes a tuner. But there's a drawback, when he's special summoned like that, it locks you, you can only special summon machine type, earth machines from the extra deck. You can't special summon other monsters except for earth machines. That's what's lock you from. But he's a good level 5, but he's a good effect, when he special summon, he becomes a tuner. Next monster would be going 1 barrier. I just run 1, but I was gonna run because Karakuris are really hard to find right now because they never get reprinted. Only the synchros only got reprinted, but the rest of the Karakuris, they never got reprinted. But he's a pretty good level 2 tuner. He cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn. So I'm just gonna put him right here. And then next is 2 Karakuri merchants. When he's normal summon, you could search for any Karakuri card. It could be could be monsters, you could search for this one, you just normal summon it and then you search for this and then you switch him to defense and then you special summon it and then you could just sync for 7. That's what's so good about it, just in case you don't have any that's why you when you have this you always have to search for the bronze. Okay, next one, Karakuri Dog. The Karakuri Dog is it's a level 4 tuner. And it can't be destroyed by battle when it's in an attack position. When you attack, you can't be destroyed by battle. But whenever he takes the damage, all the Karakuris gains 800 attack until the end of the turn. Next is two quicks. What quick does when Quick attacks a monster and destroys it by battle, you could special summon one Karakuri from the graveyard level 4 or lower and face up defense. It could be a tuner, it could be other Karakuris. Alright. Next is the Muso. He's just a 21 beater. Like, you know, he's a level 4 21 beater. When he attacks, like, you know, and then during the end of the battle, he just changes to defense. And then, what's good about Karakuris is, like, you know, they gain the effect whenever the battle position changes. So when he attacks and in the battle, he changes the defense, and then all the Karakuris gain the effect whenever the battle position has changed. Just only one is good enough. Well, that's it for the Karakuri monster. Now it's for the supports. We have like Despot 3. For Despot 3 is you know, I use it for link material. I just normal summon it, and then I special summon one Despot 1 for my deck. And that's what I'm gonna show you right now, which is I have two Despots. One, he's also a tuner, but he also gains, for every machine type monster I control, it gains, like, you know, let's see, it gains 500 attack for each machine type monster. But I just needed him so I could just like normal summon Despot 3, and then so just from my deck, and then special summon it, and then you just link away. But I'll show you the actual deck, like, you know, because right now I'm just showing the main deck right now. Next is the hand tracks, which is the two Veilers. Like, you know, I run it because, you know, like, Ash Blossoms, like, you know, like, you can only use Ash Blossom once per turn, but for Veilers, you could use it multiple times. That's why I run on Veilers. And then the last hand trap is the 3 Ash. To, like, you know, to stop my opponent to searching, but, you know, but her effect only works once per turn. And now for the spells, the Karakuri Cache. It's like, it's a searcher for, like, you know, you could search for Karakuri like on level 4 or lower, but only if you control a Karakuri monster. You just activate it and you select the Karakuri, then you search any Karakuri monster level 4 or lower, and then once you're done searching, the Karakuri monster that has been selected, the battle position will change and will gain effect. That's what. But the good thing about these things, like, it's not hard. It's not once per turn. You could activate like many times you want. It's not hard once per turn. That's what I like about it. And now another spell is Karakuri Gamma Oil. The Karakuri Gamma Oil is kind of like premature burial, but the difference is you just activated it, and then you select one Karakuri from your grave. It could be any Karakuri monster, and then you equip it with this. But here's the difference between premature burial and the Gamma Oil. If your opponent trying to pop this, like, you know, it's already popped, the Karakuri monster stays on the field. That's what is difference. Premature burial, like, you know, if they destroy the premature burial, the monster is gone. But for this one, the Karakuri stays. That's what's a good thing. And then next spells is 2 Cosmic Cyclone, like, you know, to get rid of the back row, like, you know, one by one, like, you know. But instead of destroy, it gets banished. Yeah. Next spell is 1 Pot of Avarice. Because I run this because, you know, I have most of the monster in the grave because I kept on swarming the field, like synchro summoning, sending monster in the grave. That's why I run this. But if they get Ash, but the monster still goes into, be like would be shuffled in the deck. Like if they ash it, like but the monster will be still go in the deck, but I can't draw 2 cards. But all that matters is like getting monsters in the back in the deck or extra deck. Next staple is Call by the Grave to stop hand traps, like ash, like so it won't disrupt my swarm. 1 monster reborn, of course, like just in case, like like I want to like bring 1 monster in the grave, like so I could continue to swarm. Next is traps, which is I don't run any much trap. It's Karakuri Cash. Cash is like it's a counter, kind of like Dark Bite, but if I control a face-up defense Karakuri, and if my opponent activate like like Lightning Storm, I activate this to negate the activation. The Cash like it negates the activation of spells and trap, kind of like Dark Bite. It's a counter trap card for Karakuri. Next is the Karakuri Cash. What Cash is, like it's kind of like Imperm, but this is the Imperm version of Karakuri. But the difference is you can't activate it from the hand, but when it's set like this, and like if one of my like my opponent activate the monster effect, I just activate. And while I'm controlling the Karakuri, I just activate this, select my Karakuri, and select the my opponent's effect monster. And then I change the Karakuri's battle position, and the monster, effective monster of my opponent's monster is negated. And it also has a secondary effect. Is when it's in the grave, it's a quick effect. I banish this from the grave. And I change the monster battle position, but only if I control a Karakuri monster from the field. Well, that's probably it for the main deck. And now for the extra deck. For the extra deck, I run like there's something missing. Oh, it's the top of my deck. Okay. Okay, I run one Aurodon for the tokens, like when he's link summoned, I can't link summon it. When he's out, like I can't link summon anymore until the end of the turn. But who cares? Cause I barely link summon, like all I need is just 3 tokens, so I could use it as a synchro material. I mostly synchro. Yeah, I run 1 Aurodon. Okay. Next card is Hyperfabrax. For Hyperfabrax, that's why I use the Despot 3, like I know so Despot 3, special summon 1 Despot 1 from the deck, and then I link summon for Hyperfabrax, and when Hyperfabrax hits the field, like I could special summon level 3 or lower tuner monster, which I special summon the Komachi, face up defense. And what's good about Komachi, it could go out Hyperfabrax effect, because when she's on the field, I could just normal summon another additional Karakuri, and her effect is like it's not activation, like it's when she's on the field, her effects already happened already. Okay, let's just get that Komachi out of the way, and the Hyperfabrax. Next is like Nightmare Unicorn, which I barely use it, just in case I want to like select a card and bounce it back to the deck and shuffle it. I just barely use it. And of course, I run Mirage, use it as a link material. Like if I most of the Karakuris, like like when I just normal summon, I just link for this, and then I just use that as a link material. Oh, sorry. And then the next, that's it for the link monster. Now it's for the synchro. Boa Savage Dragon. Yeah, for the Bold Savage Dragon, I always equip it with Hyper Fatbacks, so I gain like two counter Bold Savage counters since Hyper Fatbacks is a link 2. These are another edition of negation. And then next one is Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Because I mostly I could bring it out very easily, it depends on the combo, because so yeah, I use it to negate monster effect, and then he gains the attack power. Okay, next one is 3 Super Shogun, which is a level 9 synchro. What he does is when he synchro summon, I could special summon Kawakuri from my extra deck. And whenever a Kawakuri position has changed, I could select a card from my opponent field and banish it. And his other effect is whenever a Kawakuris are in face of defense, they can't be destroyed by battle when they're in defense. Which is pretty good, but that's why I put them in defense, because I'm preventing them to get lightning storm. Next is 3 Steel Shoguns. It's like the same effect as the level 9, like when it's synchro summon, I could special summon another Karakuri from my deck. And whenever the Karakuri monsters bad position are changed, I could draw a card. And here's the combo. If I have like 2, I could draw 2 cards. 3, I could draw 3 cards. It's not like a hard once per turn. It's like you could add it like 1 by 1, like 1, 2, 3. That's 3 draw. And then last for the extra deck is 3 berets. What beret does, when he synchro summon, same thing. Special summon Karakuri from the extra deck. Extra deck, my main deck. And he's a level 7 synchro. What he does is I could select any monster and change the bad position, or you can change himself in the. Yeah, that's what's good about him. Well, that's it for my deck profile of my Karakuris. I hope you enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like, and I'll see you in the next video on my gameplay or whatever. So, peace.